Hey everyone, so today we are going to describe ways Azure encrypt your data. Well, this is the next chapter, of course, and we have already talked about defense in depth. And in the layered security approach or in the defense in depth, the centralized layer or the end layer is always the data. We always want to protect our data. It's all about data, right? Whatever application you're running, in the end, it's the data, and we want to secure it. There are multiple layers that we already been securing with various means that we already talked about, and data is the last layer, and encryption gonna help us out here. So let me share my screen and start working on it, trying to go through a couple of concepts that Azure provides to encrypt our data. And let's try to learn it. All right, as you can see, this is our topic, describe ways Azure encrypt data. Well, as I've already mentioned, data is the main or the last, the strongest. Well, as you can see my screen, this is what we are going to learn today. And we need to secure our data. There are multiple layers, as I said already, that we have already talked about. There are multiple ways to secure them. But in this topic, we are going to talk about what all ways Azure encrypt your data. For example, if your data is on the storage account, then of course there is something called Azure Storage Service Encryption, SSE. Storage Service Encryption could help you to encrypt your data, okay? SSE is for Azure Storage Account. This helps to protect data at rest by automatically encrypting before persisting it to the Azure managed disk, blob, files, or any service that Azure Storage provides at rest, data at rest. It's not like you have to go and do it. It would be automatic. However, you can change the keys if you want. And there is another encryption for the data. The other service that we use for the data is Azure Disks, right? So we do have Azure Disk Encryption. Okay. Now, Azure Disk Encryption helps you encrypt your virtual machine, whether it's Windows and Linux, doesn't matter. Azure Disk Encryption uses the industry standard BitLocker for Windows and Encrypt feature for Linux to encrypt the volumes. It can encrypt the OS and the data disk both. So this is another type of encryption that could help us to protect the data. And the third one is TDE. What is TDE? TDE is the transparent data encryption. Okay, and we have this data encryption on SQL. This helps TDE. Once we enable it, helps to protect Azure SQL DB and Azure data warehouse against the threat of malicious activities, of course. And it performs real-time encryption and decryption of the DB associated backups and transaction log files at rest without requiring changes to the application. So it is a wonderful feature to encrypt your data, no cost at all. You just need to utilize it. So these are the different ways that we need to describe, and I think we are good to go in here. Now there's something else which could we can talk about in this video, because else it would be very small video. At least try to make it a little longer and cover one more service, which is Key Vault, because it is also related to encryption or security. Of course, it's the security series, so it is there. So let's talk about the Azure Key Vault a little bit. So if you need to describe Azure Key Vault, it is a centralized cloud service for storing your secrets or sensitive information. Key Vault helps you control your application secret by keeping them in a single centralized location and by providing secure access, permission control, and access logging capabilities. So that's what the Key Vault is. It is an amazing service and it is recommended to use it. Don't put your secrets, your usernames or passwords in the application. Better use the Key Vault, use managed identities with your app services or VM and give it a permission on the Key Vault to fetch the secrets. So what all this Azure Key Vault can do for us, let's see. As I was saying, the very first thing that it can do for us is the secret management. Okay. Then it can also, we can also save or keep or keys there. So it can do the key management for us. Of course, security. It can also help us in certificate management that we are using, maybe for app gateway or maybe for app service, doesn't matter. It can help us managing our certificates as well. It also has this HSM, which is hardware security modules. So these secrets are backed by HSM model, which is enterprise needed, or secrets and keys either protected either by software or by FIPS 142 level validated HSM. FIPS is the standard. All right, so that's how it can help us. And this is all we need to know for our certification. And if you need to know what FIPS stand for, it is Federal Information Processing Standard. You might get a question where it would be referring FIPS, you know, Key Vault is your answer. So that's what Key Vault does. That these are the services it provides, these are the features it provides, these are different encryption in the Azure for us to protect our data. Thank you for watching and you have a good day. Bye-bye.